The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
What is happening, everybody? It is finally Friday. I'm your host, the Appalachian American, and for once, not finally done with me. So we have the author, David Applegate.
G'day, friends, fans, air conditioners, and other cool units. Welcome to another men's room. Sit back, relax, and let us entertain you.
Oh yeah, last but not least, or well, not last. We got a couple more. Dr. Coffinails.
Good evening, and it's a good thing I'm a doctor because this town needs an enema.
Ooh, he's a knight. He's the anime knight. What's up?
Greetings, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful Friday. Stay safe out there.
Last but not least, tap these nuts.
Hey, what's up? Hello, how's it going? It's been a while.
Yeah, man. Lape's on his way. He just texted me. So
Of course, he's late.
Yeah, late. He says he'll be there as soon as he can. So what's happening? How's everybody doing?
Good,
Fine,
good.
okay? Yeah, good. Nice to see you guys.
I'm about to drink this 25-ounce Michelob Ultra I found at work. Someone just left it outside the building.
Oh, my God.
So, speaking of beers, alcohol, and Bud Light, 29% sales drop nationwide. Every state is seeing at least 29% drop.
Yeah. What is it, like $8 billion?
Cheers.
Yeah, they wrote down the
A
stock.
lot of money.
A lot of stock write-downs. A lot of desperation from their WEF partners over at Walmart because they bought up big. They were the only ones who bought up big on a massive discount, and they still can't get rid of it, like half price.
Oh, so they're taking the Borders approach.
Oh, yeah. So, Tap, what'd you say you're drinking?
Michelob Ultra.
Oh, so you're drinking Anheuser-Busch.
Yeah, it was free. I didn't buy it. That's what I'm saying. It was just sitting there at work. Like,
That's cool.
I was putting up the trash, and I don't know. I turned around to go like behind the grills, and I looked. I was pissed at first because I'm like, some asshole left this beer, but then I grabbed it. I'm like, oh shit, it's not even open. Okay.
I
didn't pay for it.
Tax.
Yep. It's not turning me gay or anything at the moment, but just give me some time.
Yeah, you'll be gay in a few minutes.
Oh.
So, speaking of Texas and at the border, how do you like your influx of neighbors?
I don't want to say. I got stuff to say, but I'm not going to say it on this live. I'd rather say it private because it was getting to me last night. I'll tell you that much.
Oh.
So that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm sorry. That's all I'm going to say.
I feel you. I'm guessing you're anti what's going on, or are you pro it? I mean, I know you don't want to say too much.
I'm all for the legal one version, but
say no more.
The right way, but that's all I'm for is the right way.
Say no more. That's all. That's all I'm.
Do your paperwork, pay the fines, whatever. I mean, I don't know what fines are, fees or whatever. Do the paperwork.
Fees, yeah.
Hey, cool. Welcome.
Fee.
Yep.
Yeah, application fees and shit. Welcome. Enjoy the freedom. Suck it in. Something like that.
The thing is, and the surveys have said it, none of these are coming to work. None of these people qualify as refugees. And none of these people these are the people who vote for socialism. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They've ruined their countries, taken all the welfare, taken all the aid, and now that it's dried up, they just said, oh, look, there's an ad on TV that says, come to America, free money, free food, free housing.
Even though it's so racist, I know this country's so
and
racist, but fuck, everyone's coming.
Yeah.
Get me started with that free
And they
college
say
shit.
the same thing. They're coming for the free college.
Oh yeah, well, you know, that anything free is what they want. So whatever. There was all that going on. Title 42 ended. Yada yada yada. Then the whole town hall. Did you guys see that fiasco?
I only saw clips of it.
You talking about the CNN with Trump?
Yeah, that was hilarious.
No, I want to see it. I heard he did really well on there.
Yes, he did. And the look on her face.
He destroyed. He literally just went up there, did his job, and they're flabbergasted. Anderson Cooper looked ready to just scream and shout every obscenity in the world.
Yeah. He's permanently about to rage. He is such a soy boy.
You could see it on his face. Like, he just wants to scream so badly, but he has to keep the quote-unquote professionalism. More like professionalism ass kisser, but...
Yeah, professional ass kisser. He's the paid mannequin in the room.
Yeah.
That nasty woman.
Yeah, there was definitely some great own moments. But it was pretty rough.
Now she's suing. Yeah, now she's suing Trump, spurred on by the victory in New York.
For sexual harassment, right?
Yep. Sexual harassment.
Who?
Misandry. Yep.
Seriously, I thought that was a Babylon Bee story. It's actually happening.
Away.
Oh my God!
Straight away, it's a real thing now.
Oh my
Who?
God.
E-Gen, whatever bullshit.
Oh no! All right. So look, she sued, or she's she's in the suit. All right.
Yeah.
But all it is libel. Libel. It was like battery. It was a libel of battery.
Because he called her. He said that's a simple question. Trump said that's a simple question. She said, I know. That's why I asked it. And he said, you're a nasty girl, and she's suing for that. But she called him a simpleton. She has no grounds to stand on.
Yeah, it was defamation and
verbal battery.
Oh, no, I would have said...
Yeah, but it wasn't anything sexual.
No. She's taken that part out. But initially it was sexual harassment.
Yeah.
No, sexual harassment is grabbing her by the boob or ass. Let's get this out.
Not technically. Technically, sexual harassment is any kind of unwanted touch.
Right.
Then of course, if you say something like, "Hey, bitch, suck my dick."
Yeah.
Don't necessarily have to touch. Sometimes you just gotta say.
Yeah, that's verbal battery, and that's what she's changed it to, from sexual harassment to verbal battery.
Verbal battery. Wow.
Trump should say, "Hey, baby, I'm about to show you my old face." Oh.
Verbal battery. I should follow them then.
It's New York. They don't prosecute crimes; they prosecute people.
Yeah, we know. Sorry.
Albert Bragg, I've got 50 murder cases I can win hands down. No, let's go for Trump. Let those murderers go free.
Didn't some 13-year-old just plow into it and kill a baby or something, and they're not even pressing criminal charges?
4 months. No, you got 4 months. 4 months.
Oh boy.
Battery.
Who knows?
It was downgraded to assault. Vehicular assault or something. 4 months. Because he's black. There's too many blacks in prison. Well, are they guilty? Did he do the crime?
Speaking of racial profiling, I finally I don't want to derail your stream, Seth, but I finally finished The Boys, and I thought it was overall okay. I liked. The big problem is I'm sympathizing with Soldier Boy, and they're trying to make him a villain.
Yeah,
and he, in my eyes, he's not the villain anymore.
Channel Dad, what's up, man?
The shit they pulled on him.
Fuck the world.
Hey, Brian. Oh boy.
That's why Elon
chill. Put your right wing Reddit.
What's going on, Late?
I just told you.
I didn't hear you. Everybody else was talking.
Fuck the world. I want to get off.
Well, I guess you should go for it.
Well, that's why Elon builds.
I want to go Mars.
Just don't make a mess of it.
No, not that kind of.
Actually, I watched a pretty good video on why a Mars colony would be a disaster at current technology.
I can almost hear David.
Well, somebody told me they can't build a moon base because you can't prolonged exposure to microgravity will cause heart conditions. But can't they just rotate people out? I mean, you don't have to stay there forever.
No. The problem is the volume of rockets. If they continue to increase the volume of launches, we're literally punching holes in the atmosphere that take months to cover, that take months to heal over.
Stay on target.
Well,
This is one I was looking for clips. I wanted to do it ahead of time, but I had to work on some other stuff. Thanks, Tommy.
If that's not a blowjob face, I don't know what is.
Wow. So this is one of their interactions. This will just set the tone of like how their night was. So
but that's the question that investigators have, I think, is why you held on to those documents when you knew the federal government was seeking them and then had given you a subpoena to return them.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Can I talk?
Yeah, what's the answer?
Get him, Trump.
Okay, it's very simple to
That's
answer.
why I asked it.
It's very simple that you're a nasty person. Okay?
Damn.
I like
watch me get up in this bitch's ass.
I like that they cut it short too.
Somebody should put the Jaws theme whenever Trump was like waiting.
Labe, I heard about that. They cut that thing short, like what, 30 minutes?
Yeah, just about
20.
20.
Yeah, they did.
Yep.
they cut it at 1 hour 10.
Yeah.
It was supposed to go like 26 more minutes.
I'm sure if they had him squirming, if they felt they did, that would have gone on forever. But
Yeah. I just put it this way, man. I'm angry with myself that I haven't already made 2 or 3 batches of whiskey because I could really use it. I'm too old. I'm too old to get.
Well, you can always buy Bud Light.
Too young to care. I heard
Bud Light is the beer you drink if you want to drink a lot all night long, but never really get hammered. I mean, that's all that's good for.
Yeah, you got to enjoy peeing a lot if you're going to drink Bud Light. It's one to have 1 or 2 when you get done mowing the yard.
Right.
But to drink more than that in one evening, you just must like to go to the bathroom.
Jury finds Donald Trump guilty of murdering CNN.
Don't judge me, motherfucker. Don't judge me.
I'm not. I didn't say you were a bad person.
For pissing all the time.
Well, somebody on Tim's show.
You said it by cell phone.
Hey, I used to drink. I used to drink Bud Light. I switched to Coors Light, which is basically the same thing, but
yeah. No, somebody on Tim's show was saying if you buy a case, they're giving a $15 gift certificate or something.
Just see the one about the panties.
No.
The dude did a video where it's, if you buy a case of Bud Light, you get a free pair of ladies' panties. And he has all these panties on all the boxes of.
Yeah. So what is it? You keep saying stay on target. What's our target?
Because you guys keep talking about Bud Light. We're talking about the town hall. You guys won't shut up.
Okay.
That's why I'm asking. What's the target? I was late, so I wasn't sure what the target was.
We're talking. You just saw a clip, didn't you?
Yeah.
All right, then that's what we're talking about.
We ran out of Ritalin, Seth.
I mean, that's fine and all, but we're trying to I'm trying to put this together a little bit more better than it has been.
So what do you want to comment on her? Yeah, the documents that he was allowed to take that he had already removed from, with authorization, and then that the Biden White House tried to entrap him with.
Well, as president, can't he deauthorize it on his way out the door? I mean,
he's supposed to.
Right.
Well, that's what he did. No, he did everything to the letter of the law. The Biden White House,
hold of the list.
The Obama third term tried to entrap him with it, while JoJo's got thousands of boxes illegal.
Yeah.
In a garage somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
As
vice president. No
who
authority.
was feeding information to the Biden campaign. He was one of Trump's staffers. And he went to work for Trump at Mar-a-Lago and provided a list to the DOJ of every document. And within 24 hours, all those documents were on a request list for Biden.
Yep.
Without any reference to ongoing cases or any executive action that was pending to those documents. They were some of them later turned up back in the archives. Another one went on it was the Kim and Jong letter that suddenly found itself on eBay for sale. Didn't I say that would happen?
And 18,800 or 18,500 boxes ended up in Joe Biden's garage.
Which is why Joe Biden did all this, to basically create. Somebody found out he got documents, so he created a shitstorm to give himself cover so that the Republicans would have to back off or prosecute Trump for the same thing. Even though he stole them as VP, and that's against the law and a felony.
Yeah. Well, look at the stuff came out, 2 days ago, about his son. And people have forgotten all about it, right? We've got the border going nuts. We've got the arrest in the Marine in New York.
That's awful.
I didn't hear about the Marine.
It was expected.
I know.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is for like 3 minutes, Joe and his son and all their dealings with China and all the family dealings in the Biden crime family was on the front page, and then all of a sudden, shiny object, squirrel.
Yep.
Yes. It's called paralysis by multiple choice. You give people more than 5 choices and they're paralyzed. That's why multiple choice questions on your SATs are always 4 or 5. But you want to know how many people watch CNN, Seth?
Not that many.
3 million.
No, the 9 o'clock slot has an average of 2 million, and they got a 3.1 million bump for the town hall. And after that, it went back to less than 2 million. So
wow,
2 million. There are League of Legends games that get that.
I love how they were lambasting it. I can't believe they gave that racist a platform.
Oh yeah. LMP's girlfriend was all over. She was mad as heck.
Always.
She was all over Twitter.
Yeah, but he's got a new girlfriend now.
Oh yeah,
we'll talk about her later.
Oh, well.
Elon Musk's new baby mama.
Oh yeah, the CEO.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I saw that.
I heard that she's a WEF plant.
Yes, she was. She was on a WEF committee up until yesterday morning.
She also worked on the Trump administration.
Oh really?
Yep. So the question is she a plant the other way? Was she on the WEF committees to find out what they were doing? That's what I wonder. I can't imagine Elon Musk trusting a real hardcore, let's kill all the people WEF person.
Yeah.
Particularly since BlackRock tried to destroy him 3 times now.
Right.
Well,
I got to wonder what kind of chess game Elon's playing here.
Yes, that is true. But she was on the Future of Women in Work, and the WEF. Actually, her forte is advertising, and she was actually an advertiser for WEF. She's also behind the Mario campaign, apparently, according to her LinkedIn. At Universal. She wasn't at the WEF. She was on a committee, but she was working for Universal as well at the time. But you know who? She was in the Global Leader program. You know who else was in the Global Leader program?
Who?
Vladimir Putin, 20 years ago.
Hey, what's up, Carl? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Carl.
Huh. And see, I don't know. I wouldn't be able to identify people that have been on like anything with WEF other than Klaus Schwab.
Anybody in that Klaus Schwab circle is like, yeah.
Nazi fags.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, that's it. The left have embraced economic fascism through what's called ESG. oddly enough, Soros doesn't actually subscribe to ESG. He's trying to run his own program.
Huh.
Yeah, I thought Soros would be all the way with ESG, but no, he does. He and BlackRock had a falling out.
Well, the ESG's coming from the communist Chinese more, so that might be why.
Apparently, apparently why they've had BlackRock and Soros had a falling out is because of BlackRock's ties with Russia through India.
Yeah,
and Russia thinks Soros is global enemy number one. But doesn't BlackRock have a finger in both CNN and Fox?
Everything.
I know they have a practical. No, I mean a big finger, not like a 5%. Oh, we've got money sitting here idle. I think 15% stake or something in Fox. Well,
who watches Fox anyway?
Yeah, well, Fox took a dive of 1 million subscribers or something, Fox Nation. But you know who took a bigger dive?
Who?
Disney, 4 million.
I heard they're gonna merge Disney Plus with Hulu.
Yep. That's the scuttlebutt. That's what they said on Midnight's Edge.
Yep, and you know who's funding it?
Who?
BlackRock. What a shock, right?
Right. Oh my gosh.
The BlackRock is BlackRock is supposedly BlackRock shareholders with CNN money. 45,000 shares. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
How can they control a company with only that little input? It's like 45,000 shares in a multi-million-dollar company, and they control the strings.
Well, I mean, I don't watch Disney Plus. I wouldn't have it if my mother-in-law didn't pay for it. But you know, it is whatever. I just.
But I mean, they fired Bob Chapek for less, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bob Chapek was fired because he lost the company $2 billion in value. How much has Disney lost?
Chapek was just a fall guy. I don't think Iger ever left. Iger was there the whole time.
No, I think this is. Sorry, I know it sounds like a conspiracy theory, but businesses really do this. You know, when you send in a poison pill, destroy a company, and buy it up cheap?
Yeah.
It's what they did to Fox, right? They did it to Fox with 20th Century Fox. They tried to do it with Fox News. Tucker Carlson said, fuck this shit show, I'm out of here.
Do you think he's going to get sued by Fox for breaching his contract?
Yes, they're in negotiations in the Court of Arbitration. He wants out of his contract. Fox says, no, not until 2024.
Gotcha.
But apparently there's a loophole that he can produce non-Fox competitive content. That means he can't produce a Tucker Carlson show on a Fox competitor, but nothing stops him from doing his own show.
Do you think there's really a altercation with Fox and him, or is this a way to reach out to different platforms?
No, I think Fox is. I think Fox has decided that they're going all the way with BlackRock. They sold 50% of their company to BlackRock. They were told to get rid of Tucker, and they did.
Yeah. I was just curious. I haven't.
They want to silence Tucker. Tucker said he was called into management. He can't say exactly what was said. But trust me, they want me silent. They don't want me on any platform. But here I am, and I'm going to give you the dirt as soon as I can. So he is trying to worm out of his contract. He's hired the same lawyer Megyn Kelly did. And he's got Elon Musk offering him video platform streaming on Twitter. No money up front, which won't violate his Fox contract. all money Tucker earns will be subscriber based or advertising, whatever model Tucker chooses. And I'm not going way off target, but the only one who hasn't offered Tucker any money is CNN. And you know he used to work for them, right? But they have
I did not know that.
They have a non-rehire program, so even if they could, they won't hire him back. But I forget how long he was on CNN. I think it was CNN or ABC. Yeah, Tucker wasn't at Fox first.
Well, I knew that. I thought that he was with like NBC or something.
No, CNN contributor 2000 to 2005, co-host of the next of the network's primetime debate show. Tucker Carlson Tonight didn't really start in Fox News until 2016. Before that, he was he's been with many publications. He started in print media, but it was dying. Everybody knew it was dying, and his former boss said, "Hey, I'm going to send you over to CNN. We're closing in a month. We could be closing in a month's time," which is pretty good. I mean, there aren't that many people out there who could do that sort of thing. Admit their company's dying. I mean, or find a job. But yeah, he was with Jon Stewart for a while.
I did not know
that.
Then
he was at PBS, MSNBC. Then he was independent journalist for a short time with Dancing and was on Dancing with the Stars. Then he was with the Daily Caller He was a contributor at the Daily Caller while working at Fox. He started at Fox as a contributor in 2009 and was not full-time until 2016 with Tucker Carlson Tonight. Peak viewers, 3.7 million. Average viewers beat Hannity, whose peak viewership was 3.2. So he broke both records, peak and average.
Yeah.
Fox Nation, he was the only show that was in the positive. His departure was Abby Grossberg, not what's his face? Fuckface Murdoch, who has a reputation. No, his son, James.
Oh.
Who has a big reputation as a man-child who has regular hissy fits and tantrums. Big man-child, apparently.
And go figure.
Yeah. But yeah, they say Rupert is actually upset with James for allowing it to be fired, but he's told Abby to go ahead. That's the only that he can't override it, because that would mean he would have to fire her as CEO, because when he made a CEO, he made certain promises not to interfere with her casting.
Now, I think me and Lape had this discussion talking about media and reporters. What do you guys feel about InfoWars? You think they're a legitimate news source?
I'm not familiar with them.
It's Alex Jones, his group.
Oh, okay.
Owen Schroyer was down at the border, and his confrontation with I think it was Border Patrol kind of made some headlines on other news sites. And me and Leap was having a kind of, he commented on the post I made and said, I don't know if you could call Owen Schroyer a reporter.
Yes, you can. I'm sick of these people who want to gatekeep professions by putting university labels on them. And say, unless you've been to this university, you're not a reporter. Unless you join this union, you're not a carpenter. Or if you don't join the writing guild, you're not a professional screenwriter. And you can't work in Hollywood. There's so many gatekeepers out there now. But as far as I know, didn't Troy actually graduate from college as a journalist?
I don't know. Let me look.
Yeah, that's not why I don't call him a reporter. He's an instigator. Yeah, he's a provocateur. He's not there to report. He's there to make the news. He wants to be the news.
Yeah.
That's my problem with Owen.
Self-inserts.
He's a soy boy wannabe who is just. That's why I know it's too bad Prime Mover isn't here, because then he would speak up for him. But I can't stand it when he substitutes for Alex. He doesn't cover the news. He just pontificates for 3 hours. He's worse than Rush Limbaugh. It's like you got stacks of stuff to cover, and you don't even get to anything because you got to talk and scream at the camera for 3 hours.
Yeah, but
and it's
he's
like,
not the only one. I used to like David Knight, but he will go for 15 minutes on a single topic that wasn't the topic of the show. And the topic of the show barely gets covered. But I'm there to research the topic of the show to see what another opinion is. I like to get other opinions sometimes. But I just can't get it off him because he won't give it.
Right, but does so Owen, I understand that you say that he pontificates and whatever, but like it kind of like Dan Bongino. Dan Bongino lets you know when he's giving his opinion versus when he's laying out a fact.
He's very good at that.
I do. I have respect for Dan Bongino. I don't listen to him as often as I probably should, but he will let you know what his opinion and the news.
Yeah, he'll give you the news, his opinion, and then a little bit more of the news. So you can't skip his opinion. He knows to split the news.
Yeah. But do you think Owen lays out his opinion more than he does the news, or
he doesn't even distinguish the difference anymore?
Well, I don't know if he ever gives an opinion other than screaming and yelling and saying how much he hates something. That's well, but maybe. I mean, years ago I stopped listening to Limbaugh because Limbaugh would talk about a single topic for 3 weeks, literally. And it was about the time that Glenn Beck was starting to come back on the radio in the morning in Cincinnati, and Glenn would cover something that for half an hour, and then if it needed more, this is the old Glenn Beck where he had the chalkboard and everything, he would go into more depth sometimes on his other shows. And I'd listen to Rush like on a Monday morning or Monday afternoon, and then I wouldn't be able to chance to hear him again till Thursday, and he's still talking about the same thing. It's like, this is not a 4-day topic, right? And I just got tired of it and stopped. Listen, I don't even know how many years ago now, 10, 15. But for me, though, what I didn't realize is the beginning of this started reading his second book. The first book I read pretty quickly. The second book I got halfway through. I put it down for some reason, other things going on, and I never could bring myself back to finish it.
Whose book?
Rush Limbaugh's book. The See, I Told You So. The Way Things Ought to Be was, in many ways, a rehash of his radio show, and then See, I Told You So came out second year of Clinton's first term, I think, something like that. And the novelty had worn off, and I realized he wasn't going to lead anything. He even said he was only an entertainer, and it took me a while on the radio show to kind of get sick of people calling in. You ought to do this. You ought to, and it's like,
yeah.
Which in some ways he's right? He's not going to run for office, but it's like at some point you got to be more than just some talking fool behind a microphone.
What do you think about Alex Jones?
Alex, he puts things together well. See, this is where, Owen's almost like he's trying to be Alex Jones. Like Alex Jones is a provocateur. It doesn't have to, it feels like to me, Owen's trying too hard to be that. But I think he's just comfortable with chatting about stuff. He doesn't want to do anything. This is why I think none of his business models have had lots of success. A few years ago, he had a lot of success and money was pouring in, and he wasted all of it. Absolutely wasted all of it.
Yeah, but didn't he pull like 20 million into a studio?
He did. He built, because see, like Glenn, as he started to expand, he was investing in other people and other, he was bringing in other talent. He
Yeah, he wanted to build a media empire of talk radio.
And he started some museum. There was something, I forget exactly what, a few years ago, where they bring in some things that were in personal collections and stuff that was historical value to the U.S. Because the Blaze and others, he brought in others. He started replicating that, and some of those personalities were better than he, and he had fully admitted it. And he brought people in. He partnered with Vince Vaughn of all people. He started partnering with people that politically he may have disagreed with, but from a cultural standpoint, they were in agreement that, hey, we need to do stuff to start preserving our culture. This was before all the woke stuff exploded.
Yeah.
Whereas Alex just pretty much, it's just him. And without him, and in Limbaugh was the same problem, right? Although I have to admit, when he had Walter Williams on as a guest, I will listen more then than I did when he was on. And when Thomas Sowell would call in to Walter Williams, I could listen to those two gentlemen talk for weeks.
To use Fox News as an analogy, the reason why they have Hannity, Tucker, and a few others like Laura in their own show, in their own space, is because their personalities are too dominating, right?
Right.
Whereas Greg Gutfeld, he's such a personal person. He can be the center of any show, but he's not so dominating that there's no airtime for everybody else. Alex Jones is trying to be like both. He's trying to be Gutfeld and Tucker Carlson in the same show. He's like, I want to build these other talents, but only to rake in the money off them. But at the same time, I want to be the dominating number one 3-hour talk show host that makes Rush Limbaugh look like Crazy Eddie or, any other wannabe who failed. But you know what I mean? You can't do both.
Yeah. But, and then there's some other guy that they have. He sometimes substitutes. He's kind of a tall, lanky guy. I forget his name. I like him even less. But the thing is I'm not saying get him off the, it's like different strokes for different folks. Right.
Yeah. I'm not saying I want him cancelled either, but I just can't remember his name for the life of me. I just can't connect. I can't connect to most of Alex Jones's cast. Not even Alex Jones anymore. It's just sad. It's just sad it's sad how he mumbles sometimes. And he doesn't even know it.
Yeah, the all the V's or B's he's got, and I don't know how much of it's a Texas accent that he's trying to not speak in, and how much of it's because he's very overweight, and there's a definite breathing problem there in his. I don't know if he's got a deviated septum or something. Because I have a partially deviated septum because I got hit between the eyes as a kid in Little League, with a baseball right off the bat.
Dang.
So, yeah, I'm lucky I only broke my nose and was bleeding for an hour. But when you're a young kid, you get that kind of injury. It shifts things. But I was like 10, 11 years old. But so, yeah, I don't know how much of it is that. I do think it's funny that, especially early on in his career, people thought he was Bill Hicks. And there's still a lot of people that do.
Well,
there's all kinds of videos on BitChute showing scars and moles and things.
I know, right? But
yeah,
Bill Hicks and Alex Jones do have Cornish ancestors, and if you look at that part of the world, there's a reason why Jones and Jones is a bit of a meme, Tennessee meme,
Yeah, well, in Texas there. Yeah, because I think Bill Hicks is older than I am.
Yeah, Bill Hicks. Bill Hicks died at 48 and Alex Jones was 50-something at the time. So
no, Alex was younger. Yeah, Alex
was younger, the younger one.
Yeah, okay, he's like 12 years younger, I think.
Yeah, I thought he was older. I thought he was much older, but anyway. Going off track here, you really want to know about Alex Jones and Bill Hicks. He did a whole video on it. It's not very interesting, and it was pretty much just something to upset Alex Jones. For some reason, it triggered him, and the left ran with it and just kept running with it. Now,
why did it trigger him? Was he a friend of his or something?
No, he never got to meet him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're 13 years apart.
Yeah, Alex Jones was actually from a poor background, and he's was both parents or just his mother who was dominating and wouldn't let him go? He said something in his video that he wasn't allowed to go out. I don't know, but Alex changed his name because he used to be teased about his surname and teased about being fat. He tried to be fit. You see his obsession with fitness. It's like my dad. My dad was a muscular man, but he was also overweight, and he was always trying to focus on the fact that no, it's just all muscle.
Jeez, we got a train that's like super loud. I can hear it up over my microphone, and I don't really live that. I don't live that close to the.
I could barely hear it.
To a train track.
But you know, for all of Alex Jones's pontificating and attention seeking, you really cannot beat Elon Musk.
Yeah, especially right now with him. I don't know what he wants to do with this, putting somebody else in as a CEO. Why not just keep it?
Because he wants to. There's a couple of technologies he wants to develop and needs to develop. One, he just got beaten by China on plasma rockets.
Gotcha.
Two, it looks like China is going to be able to land on the moon before him because the U.S. government is restricting his activities. They just want 100 launches in a row before they'll let him go to stage 2, and that is start sending rockets into lunar orbit. Meanwhile, China already is. You're right, Dr. Cuppernose?
Oh, I thought I turned my camera off. I'm trying to clean my.
No, you turned your camera off. We just hear you.
It sounds like you're doing woodwork.
Something.
You're sanding.
I was trying to clean my screen off. It's got smudges on it.
All right.
Just use your tongue.
There you go. I'll be here.
Go here.
So Elon wanted to put a rocket in the lunar orbit, but they want 100 launches out of him first before they give him clearance to send something that big, that far. Because if it falls back to Earth, you can imagine the devastation if it hits a city, right? Particularly since his last rocket somehow blew up and China gets theirs off the ground. Yeah. But the Chinese rocket wasn't as big as Elon's. That's been proven. And the Chinese have launched a lot of rockets that have failed. But the Chinese moon mission looks like it's going to be robotic anyway, and they're going to fake a human landing. That's coming out of China. But we don't know. It hasn't been confirmed that they've beaten Elon on plasma rockets, but they've put out a paper, and Elon says, in theory, it looks like it works, but an electric engine, it's basically an electric turbofan that it's supposed to plasmarize the air using microwaves. And he's saying it looks good in theory, but the amount of energy required to make plasma, it just doesn't appear to be there. But Russia does have a similar rocket, but they use plutonium rods to generate the heat required to create plasma. So perhaps China is cheating in their electric engine.
Of course they're cheating.
Yeah.
These are the people that put a dog in a zoo and put a mane on it and try to pass it off as a lion, for crying out loud. They're out of their ever-loving minds. Did you ever hear that story?
No.
Yeah.
It's true.
Oh, yes. And speaking out of his ever-loving mind, Seth is giving away his phone number. Call in now.
Yeah, call in. This is awesome. I downloaded. All right, so I downloaded a.
You got an actual number.
A call app.
Oh.
Right, on my tablet. What I'm doing is I'm posting the number, and it's linked via Bluetooth through my soundboard. So if anybody that's watching this while we're live wants to call in, you can call in, ask a question, and then bounce. So this should be fun. I've been listening to too much InfoWars. Oh man!
Now, do you want to hear? You want to talk about? I know we keep getting off target with CNN. I don't think there's much there to it that anybody else hasn't covered. You want to talk about the Wagga or the Fotter at Twitter?
What was the first one?
The
Writers Guild Association.
Oh yeah, the strike.
The Writers Guild.
Well, before we get into that, I found this video about at the border. If you guys wanted to take a look at it, it's just
go ahead.
It's just a view.
Oh boy!
Look at all the women and children. Look at all the women and children desperate for a new life. Oh, there is actually a child. What? They're all
So I mean, I don't know.
Didn't these people scream? These are the people who come from countries that constantly scream about colonialism.
Yeah.
Yet here they are saying, this is our country now.
Uh-huh.
This is weird. This is yesterday. I just thought this is, yeah.
Everything is in context. My mother she would give us a hard time sometimes, and she would say to us, I don't know what's wrong with you young people. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
No, you fell off your ass.
What an idiot.
All in which you live and what came before you.
Get back in the fucking kitchen.
What a moron.
Fucking high or something with that.
Has to be.
Look at the fucking
I don't know, just looking at her. She gave me the vibe that she's high.
There is a 50-50 chance of her being batshit insane at this point.
Well, then that too. For both. I'll go for both.
As the other 50% would say, she's high. Why not both?
Why not?
Right. Why not both?
Could be one or the other. Could be both.
There is a definite link between insanity and
drugs.
What they would call excessive drug use. What they would call excessive drug use. Yes.
Yep.
And what's excessive drug use? More than one marijuana a day. Or even a week.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't do the marijuanas ever in my life. I'm clean.
We can move. We can move over into the writer's strike.
Yeah, I actually interviewed somebody who was a professional Hollywood writer.
Mm-hmm.
And he did. It turns out in 6 years they haven't had a pay rise, despite the fact the company has seen 120% rise in profit. So there is that. But there's also the batshit crazy people who are earning big money, who want to cut the writers from they had a mandatory writing team of about 8, and it's been cut to 3. But it's not the studios doing it; it's the big people. The Lindoffs and all the the big writing groups. They have big writing groups in Hollywood, and they've been cutting staff, and it's finally got to the point where the hardcore unionists have realized that they're on the chopping block,
right?
Because the studios are hiring these big writing corporations, so to speak, or conglomerations, and they're churning out scripts that's inhuman. Basically, it's likely some of these garbage tier movies have been written by AI. So I had a little bit of a behind the scenes of what's going on with the writer's strike, but there are Looney Tune elements that are giving them a bad name, but the hardcore unionists are also giving them a bad name because they've been holding off. They've been actually voting against striking for a long time now, and it seems like they only just wanted to build up the problem. But for some reason, they started it outside Warner Brothers, even though the main offender is Disney.
I've been hearing stuff about this writer strike could be 6 months to a year.
Yeah. Well, they have to go through the court of arbitration, but see, the problem is California only has one judge or something doing this, and every case has there's so many elements to the writer strike that they have to hear them all. They have to hear all the sides.
Dang.
So they have to hear depositions from the writing guild, the corporate writing teams that are involved in the hiring and firing, the management teams for the artists at the different studios. They have to oh, hi, Tommy.
Tommy, hey, dude, you should call in. Call this number right here on the bottom of the screen. 540-356.
Call in and pretend to be somebody else.
79.
Speak with a New York accent. No one will ever know.
Tommy can't speak with no New York accent.
Speak with the Louisiana.
Anyway, you know who?
Accent.
Don't forget
hey,
also that Twitter employees had taken Elon to court, so there was actually a case ahead of the WGA.
Huh?
Yeah, WGA. Sorry. Yeah, there's a case ahead of them with Elon. Isn't there unfair dismissal of the Thotterbots? All the
That's
people
crazy.
paid to tweet.
Well,
it's absolute. It's a mess because from one perspective, there are legitimate writers out there who are getting screwed over by the big studios.
Yeah.
On the other hand, there's the Indian script writers who get $10,000 and they churn out scripts endlessly, and then the company that churned out these scripts get $300,000 from Disney, and like the legitimate screenwriters are asking, why didn't you pay us $300,000? And these movies aren't hits.
But see, yeah, everything's failing. I mean, look at all the Marvel. There's no incentive to go see an MCU movie right now.
But the WGA is saying, don't blame us. We didn't write these scripts.
No, they suck.
But it's not the WGA writers who wrote these scripts.
For once. I mean, they already have years of writing crap scripts anyway.
But it's not why they're being replaced.
Well, it's just another, I don't know how many times I've seen writer strikes, and I saw somewhere on Twitter I made a comment about, or Facebook or something when it started, and I went, oh, good, another. And someone said, oh, but they've realized that the management's not been supporting them or something for years, and I'm like, then they need to strike against the union member management. Right, they got the wrong target.
They're the ones gatekeeping. Yeah, they're the ones gatekeeping the industry. They're the ones who made Lindoff and all these others super duper rich, crazy rich, and now they're and Lindoff and all these blokes are apparently. I'm not saying that this guy told me, but another guy told me who didn't then want to go and do an interview. He said, "Oh, we're on a strike, so I can't do an interview." Blah blah blah. But it's these scabs from India taking all our jobs and at Disney. And he's confused as to why they went after Warner Brothers, because Disney's the one who's hiring all these people for less than union rates through corporations.
I guess they haven't seen Armed and Dangerous. They need to watch that movie. John Candy.
Yeah.
Almost everyone else from Second City TV.
The thing is, some of the really good writers, they know how the game works. They register as a producer, and they produce their own script, and they go on to be showrunners. But these new showrunners are all this is the problem. Californian politics. They can't come out and say, "Oh, these new showrunners they brought over from India are sending all their work home and cutting us out." But privately, that's exactly what they're saying. It's sad. It's sad because there are people with legitimately, they've moved to California to take a job, and they're not paid enough. And it's, you can't earn enough money from one script to live in California.
How do you think this is going to affect down the road as far as
Well, Netflix is already talking about cancelling movies, but as I said to somebody, Netflix has already made it clear they're only going to pick up a show for one season.
I heard that that this is causing problems with She-Hulk, or problems.
Yeah, because as soon as they bring the showrunners over from India, they register with the guild because it's illegal to work in California apparently without being a union member.
Sounds like they've cooked their own goose here.
Yeah.
It's everybody trying to guess. It's liberal politics trying to please everybody. And you end up pleasing nobody. Because Gavin, on one hand, he wants the unions because big money, they keep him in power. But on the other hand, corporations give just as much. So he wants to take from both.
I have a feeling this is going to affect the coming movies too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, MCU is going to cancel Phase 5 if they can't get showrunners to go back to work.
Yeah, if this strike lasts 4 months or more, this could screw up things for the next year.
As he said,
which
She-Hulk has already been already in danger because the showrunners came over and registered with the writing guild, and now if they work, this is the problem. You make rules to favor the unions, and they become gatekeepers.
Yeah, and then you and then you piss off the fans, and then and it's like, oh, blame the writers, and there you go.
But the writers didn't write the scripts. This is
independent movie makers were making a kill. Yeah, dude, this is the perfect time for us to be making content.
Yep.
So I mean, it's gonna be, you know.
Yeah. Now, the thing is look at Ben Shapiro was able to raise, what was it, 100 million, 110 million to do a show that didn't even bring in 100 million, but it made an impact. Nobody knows how much of an impact, but they haven't lost money, but they haven't, made a, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That big an impact that what was it called, On the Prairie? They're trying to figure out how they're going to fund the next project. But this is what studios, even the $1 billion studios, they're billions in assets, but they're very cash poor.
Yeah.
And Disney now went to Disney. They're taking they need cash. They're getting 15.
Oh
they
my
sold
Lord.
15% again to BlackRock.
BlackRock
seems to have this obsession.
Guys, we got a guest.
Oh, we have a guest.
It's Big Rig, Nick Tam.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up, man?
Welcome.
Doing good.
Good to see you, Nick.
Yeah. Hey, there's Lape. There he is.
Lape is anus. And Dr. Coffin.
Did he begin the show with like 15 to 30 minutes of like what his beer tastes like and what he's tasting more of the hops or the lemon and citrus or the cardamom or the aromas of the
we forced him along.
No, but I was going to send a super chat last night, but I didn't. But since you're here, what would the flavor profile of the official WCBS whiskey be?
And
you know I'm serious. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to answer now. Think about it.
I would say it would taste like a peat whiskey. That's what I would say.
Peach whiskey?
Peat. Like a very like a smoky whiskey or like a cigar or something like that.
Scotch.
You know?
Scotch.
Yeah.
A good deep Scotch.
Yeah.
Peaty Scotch. All right. I think it would just be salty and full of disappointment, but that's okay.
Damn.
That's what she said. Oh my God.
Well, it tastes like Dion's black ass, right?
Oh God, no. That sounds like what Bob Iger's drinking right now.
Oh, you're spelling your name differently now?
Yeah, man, I got to. If I do it the other way or my legal way, people are like, what the fuck is that? So I gotta do it differently now. So all the everybody will be like, oh, that's Nick. That's what that means. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot easier to deal with than like doing it my way. So
yeah. People are confused if the C is left out.
Yes, they are.
When the K makes the same exact sound right next to
it. Yes, they are.
Okay.
I've dealt with it my whole life. When it's just NIK, they're like, what? I'm like, it's the exact same way. But I grew up in the South, and they're morons there. So I mean, that's kind of how it is.
I get called Byron a lot.
My uncle Nicholas.
We have the Texas guy.
And everybody just say, hi, Nick. Hi, Nick. Hi, Nick. Yes. It's Nicholas. No, it's Nick. And he just couldn't break that moron mentality either.
Yeah.
Well, I have a question for you, Nick, and you don't have to answer this if you don't want to live, but now you're definitely locked in for Horror Hound in Indy this August, right?
Yes.
So what was the deal last time? Because I know there were problems. I know you went, but nobody else went because you couldn't get a table for world class. So what happened there?
I honestly have no idea. The excuse that I kept hearing, and when I was just there myself for the one day, was that they were doing construction on the back parking area. It's like, oh, you're doing construction on the back park area. Getting inside is weird. The building is new or something, and now we have less room for tables. And when I went inside to look, I was like, there's the exact same amount of tables here. In fact, there are like probably 5 or 6 more because they put it in like the garage loading area there, and I was like, this doesn't seem right. But then I did a convention. I did Days in Atlanta, and I was talking to people there, and everybody I knew through the convention circuit was having a problem with Horror Hound. So it wasn't just us. It was a lot of people who were trying to get in, and that's it. From what I've heard is that you have to be like really awesome, like buddy friends with the owner.
Okay.
And you have to promote his bullshit and everything. And so Jeff was messaging us in our secret chat, and he was getting frustrated. I was like, hey man, just message the owner and just be nice to him and see what happens. The next day he sends us a thing back saying, we bought the table, we're good, we're going. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. Money went through, everything's fine. I was like, okay, cool.
So you just got to grease the right wheels and everything will go swimmingly, apparently.
Yeah, and it was like once again, it was never like we didn't have the money. It was kind of like we have the money, we have the stuff. I think what it was is that we weren't selling things and making money, so we were just kind of promoting our podcast, and that may have been the problem. It's like, oh, we don't need a table here; it's not going to do anything. So, that's unfortunate. But we're selling. Jeff's going to go back to making drawings and stuff and fun things like that back when we met, and so we're doing that.
What do they care? I mean, you bought the table. What do they? I mean, the money's going to you anyway.
That's exactly what I'm saying. And it goes up every year, every show. I don't know what the problem was. I honestly
don't care if Tom Savini sits on his butt the whole time, staring at guys though when they go by it.
No, I have no idea what the problem was. I checked my old emails. I checked everything. We tried to get the tables the last couple shows, but for some reason they just stopped sending it to us. Because even if you go into the website if you go into the website and go to the vendor section, it says, or it used to say anyway, it's like, oh, these are our vendors, and they were given first priority for the show. And if you want to be on the waiting list, put in your email and your credentials, and you'll be put on the waiting list. That's what it said for the last 2 shows. Yeah, it's weird because the way they would do it is that they would send you a secret email before. It's like, okay, here's the show starting. If you want to get a table for the show, just fill out the information, send us the money for the table, and you'll get it. But I guess they didn't give Jeff the email or something after a while, or what happened or anything. So I don't know. And nobody was sharing the email with anybody apparently. So.
But now you got it, so everything's good. Well, I'm glad you.
We're good. Yeah.
So I'm glad you're in my neck of the woods because you're only an hour from me, so I'm definitely going to be there.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. I can't wait to see you again. Can't wait to party with everybody again. And I didn't realize it, but they haven't done a show in Indy in a while.
Oh, it's been a while, yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's been 3 years or something. I'm kind of pissed.
So
I'm glad they're back though.
Yeah, so I was trying to get Jeff to realize that and be like, yeah, we're gonna bring a lot of stuff to sell is what I'm trying to get at, so we can make some money and have a good time, especially with them it looks like they're doing a reunion or a soft reunion for Freddy vs. Jason because they have Ken Kurtzinger and Robert Englund there.
Oh wow.
So.
Oh yeah.
So when you went last last year you went to Indy, the one in Indy by yourself, Nick? Is that what you said?
Yeah. I wanted to.
So where was it?
It was in Cincinnati.
Oh, I thought you meant Indy. I thought the one in Indy.
No. This is the first time they've done. This is the first time they've done Indy since like 2019 or 2018.
Right.
I
So
think.
Cincinnati last year was in that same the Sharonville convention.
Yeah, the Sharonville convention. Yeah.
Right. They used to have Indy, and then they would have the Cincinnati 6 months later or whatever, and then it would just rotate like that. But the last several times, it's just always been in Cincinnati for some reason. Yeah. So I don't know.
Well, I know in 2021 when I was that last one I was there. Yeah, you didn't even have the brewery back because they usually have a brewery from Indiana. I forget the name of it. That usually does a beer for it, but they didn't have it at all. No one seemed to know. I asked multiple people, and I might as well have asked them, where's Waldo? Because they had no idea that there was a brewery associated with the Horror Hound. I'm like,
that was promoted every year. Yeah,
that's a deal breaker for Brian. Yeah, what? No brewery? What the fuck?
I brought my own.
You always bring your own.
Unofficially, I brought my own, and Nick and I may have unofficially carried other stuff in, and
Oh, I've officially drank some of the stuff you brought in, and
I always love in like the rules and stipulations and policies. They're like, oh, no coolers of alcohol. I'm like, you do realize who you're dealing with, right? We're dealing with horror fans and vendors. It's like we need this to get by.
Right.
That's how this works.
Yeah.
We do it semi discreetly, so you don't have any problems, and
right.
That's the exchange we have.
I'm pretty sure every other vendor is also.
God, dude, they all have their special vape pens too and everything as well. I'm just like, I know how this works. I've been here before.
Nice.
Yeah, but
so is Indy going to be in the big convention center, or is it back in the hotel?
That's back in the Indiana Convention Center. No.
Okay.
Let me see here. Dang it!
The last time I was there. Yeah, because last time that's where it was. It was a long walk.
Well, I don't know. I hope it's close by because I know that we walked like 2 miles to get from the hotel to the convention center.
Yeah,
that was a little bit of a trek.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes.
But it was much more space than the year before when it was in the hotel.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I mean, that was close, but you were sitting on top of one another. Although that's also when Dion wore the turkey suit. So
that's very true. It's very true.
Labor, you gonna go?
Yep, Indiana Convention Center. Yeah.
When is
cool.
it?
Awesome.
August 18th.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll be there all 3 days. I'm probably, I might get a hotel for one night, but I'm obviously because if there's a lot of drinking involved, I'm not going to be driving an hour home.
No,
So
I may need to look into that. See what that looks like.
We're trying to. I think Kendall's looking at flights last night. We're gonna try to. We're definitely gonna get Dion to come down too. Hopefully he actually stays or doesn't. Quote unquote, his car doesn't break down like it has that happened the last couple times. So.
Well, the last time it was in Indy, he was there the first night, and then he went to the Michigan State football game.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I got to leave for work. I'm like, it's Saturday. He's like, yeah, work. I'm like, it's Saturday.
Yeah, and then he posts pictures on Facebook.
And I'm like, yeah, it's like, who do you think we are? Come on, man. Oh God. Well, as far as I know, the football Michigan football doesn't start until like September 1st, so we should be okay. But it's still Dion, so we don't know.
Yeah. Are you still in Atlanta?
Yeah, man. Still in Atlanta. Yeah, still waiting for you to come down and come down so we can go brewery hopping.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I need to do that soon.
Yeah, man.
I got to figure that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you want to stay in Athens for Creature Comforts, or you want to hit multiples?
We can do whatever you want. We can. I can take you to Krog City Market, or there's just a wall of beer there. We can do that.
Oh wow! All right.
Yeah, all kinds of things, man.
I'll have to figure out the day.
There's also the Beltline where you usually walk and go to each I guess restaurant or bar or whatever, and they have their own beer and stuff there too, so you can do that as well.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, but no, but Creature Comforts, we can go either drink there or pick up stuff and take it back, and then we can make like 18 videos or whatever. So whatever you want to do.
Oh, there's an idea. All right.
Yeah.
Well, Yeah, I'll definitely get some dates together and send you some ideas. I know you asked for that, but it's been a little nutty of late here. But no, and I definitely need to be making some whiskey. That's what I was saying earlier. I wish I had some to do.
So are you? So sorry. So like, you're gonna get into making whiskey now?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's rocket fuel to get off the planet.
Nice.
Yeah, I was about to say, is it legal for you to say that? Are you allowed to do that, or what?
You do know that I live off a Copperhead Road, right?
In Minecraft.
Yeah, we're gonna do it in Minecraft. That's right.
In Minecraft.
Yeah, I'm aware of where you live. You've given me your full address before, but I'm just saying, it's like, is it going to be a problem? That's my. I don't want you to get raided because you tried to, you're trying
You
to.
better look out. You better look out for them revenuers, Brian. Is what?
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to be making that much.
Okay. All right.
There are legal amounts you can make.
Yeah. I don't. I'll have to look into what exactly, because I am in what was up until recently a dry county, but now there are 3 liquor stores in.
It still boggles my mind that in the South there are still dry counties. Like, how is this possible?
Well, especially in East Tennessee.
Yeah,
okay?
it doesn't.
I can get out in West Tennessee where you had actual cotton plantations, but once you get to Middle Tennessee and you get all the sharecroppers and you have all the tobacco and corn grown in East Tennessee, and that's pretty much it. Where if you weren't making moonshine, you were starving to death. Literally,
It's still illegal to own a still for the distillation of moonshine, but there are laws that will enable you to manufacture, but still not own a still. So you can't own a still, but you can use other manufacturing methods.
Yeah, that's funny because you can get stovetop stills that you can buy at Amazon or AliExpress or whatever that you can do at home as experiments with your kids.
Stovetop cookers, they're not stills. They can't have the spiral filter.
They all say for distilling water, because I actually looked at several of those before.
Yeah.
I got
It's for distilling water. I like that. I like that. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's interesting.
You could distill everything but ethanol.
But that's the idea. That's what I got to be. Yeah, if I show up at
some, they they put up a sign: essential oils.
There you go.
Essential oils. I like it.
But I do have a feeling if I show up to Beach Mountain Ski Patrol and I don't have at least some kind of effort, I'm probably going to get kicked out of the state.
Really? Like, that's it? So basically what's happened is you talk a lot of award.
Well, put it this way:
how you can make alcohol at home and you haven't yet.
My first shift, we were chatting afterwards, and they found out I was a home brewer, and the guy said, beer is fine and all, but what's your favorite brown water and why is it bourbon?
Jeez.
And it was a real question. So, yeah. It's fun time.
Jeez, Tap. What are you doing?
Somebody going through their bottle of change?
Yeah, looking for something real quick, my bad.
Or their bullet box.
Knowing Tab, he's probably got
bullets.
some guns laying around.
Yeah, it's my bullets.
Just trying.
I was shooting a couple weeks ago.
Trying to figure out.
I have guns laying around.
I've got boxes of 223 or 5.56 just chilling.
I don't carry any 223s.
Dirty
It's
rat.
5.56.
Those are expensive, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Make them lead going up as well. What's going on?
Yeah, it depends on the caliber.
Yeah, I looked at that website for that guy who does the 50 cal hunting.
Oh God.
He's also got. There's another guy. He's got a quad cannon, 50 cal quad cannon.
Wait, you talking about the pig hunt, the boar hunting, the wild boar hunting?
Yeah, there's another shooting range, so they've got a 50 cal quad cannon.
I think I saw the thumbnail for that video, but I didn't click on it. But I did see the 50 cal.
Yeah.
And the minigun one.
Yeah,
that's about time. I was like waiting for that shit.
Yeah, the 50 cal one is $230 a bullet, but the 50 cal it's cheaper, but you got to buy the 200, so it turns out to be more expensive.
$230
a bullet.
Yeah,
50 cal. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what they're charging.
Like,
so it's
but one of them had a M240 Bravo machine gun. Shit, I just used that one.
so each quad shot is $920.
Yeah, boy.
Dang.
That's good money right there.
Yeah,
To be making.
First, hunting Bigfoot or something with that. Jeez.
Yeah, from 4 miles.
It's fucking beautiful.
You'd obliterate Bigfoot with that.
Yeah,
this whole fucking ancestry.
Right. He has to have a 4 mile clearance behind. Yep, he has to shoot only on certain ranges because he needs a 4 mile clearance.
4 miles.
4 mile clearance. Jeez.
Yeah.
I love Texas.
Yeah, but the minigun guy is cheaper because he sells 100 and 200 and 2,000 packs to fire off a minigun.
I'll just take. I don't have. It's about $1,000, but one of the gun shops here has a hand crank Gatling gun looking thing. It's 9mm.
It's 22 or 9.9.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've seen those before in Texas.
Yeah,
I've seen them.
Yeah,
it's like a desktop. So it's probably weighs about maybe
hand
100
crank?
pounds, but it's a hand.
Yeah, it was funny as my dad was asking. He said, "Is that even legal?" He said, and the guy said, "Well, if you put a little engine on it and make it automatic, yeah, it'll be illegal."
Yeah, hand crank gun predates. It dates back to the
Civil War.
Civil War. Yep. So it's legal.
Yeah, but it takes Glock mag. This was kind of cool.
Yeah. I don't have a Glock, but I got plenty
Or
of
you can at
9mm.
least get the mags.
Yeah. But yeah. But that's a novelty. I got too many other things I need to buy, like a new deck and pool supplies and chicken feed and
Pool supplies. Would you got a pool?
yes.
Man, when you go invite me up? I want to come pool.
He did.
Wait, hold on.
Bring the barbecue.
Hold on, Leif. You have chickens, which means you can get eggs. What the fuck, man?
Yo, I got 10 chickens.
Yeah, we only have 4, but we got to get a bigger coop.
Okay.
I'm building a coop. It's huge.
Yeah, I need to build.
It's actually
one.
too
I
big.
get mine from the Salvation Army.
Yeah, we get about 3 or 4 a day. We have Americana hens, so they're green to blue colored eggs.
Now is there a taste difference in the eggs that you get from your chickens as opposed to ones you get at the store?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they taste
They're
really good.
better, darker. The yolks are really dark. They have when you make scrambled eggs, they're kind of a creamier. They feel a little bit creamier. But
okay.
Interesting.
That's interesting.
Say that again,
so get that corn in there. Get that nice yellow, rich oak that's almost orange.
Yeah, we feed them. They sometimes eat corn. Sometimes they barely touch their feed. They wander around like today it rained, so they were looking for bugs and worms and all kinds of crawlies. They barely touched their feed today.
Now I have 2 ducks, and they say that duck eggs are actually sweeter.
They're also richer.
Yeah, like a rich, sweeter flavor. I don't know. I haven't had them yet. Mine haven't laid any eggs yet, but they're still.
They also don't lay as often. That's another problem. And when they do, they usually pile them up. It's somewhere hidden. So
we're just now trying chickens too. Like we've never done it before, so.
So yeah, Nick, I'm slowly becoming a real hillbilly.
Making
whiskey,
chickens,
making whiskey, taking a machine gun.
Yeah, well,
well,
I think I have to get a beat up
pigs, and you're right there, man. You're right
there.
there.
I got to get a half rusted out pickup truck.
In 5 years, this will be late.
Guess what, motherfucker?
Just wait. Just keep an eye on his cousins.
I'll be 60 in 5 years. I don't think I have that much time to wait.
In 5 years, he's going to be a gay lion owner or tiger owner.
Well, a farmer of some sort.
A Bud Light tiger owner.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. God.
Bud Light drinking. Yeah. Oh, I know. Speaking of, one of the dogs needs to go out. But what do you want, egg? He's whining. All right. Well, I'm going to let the dogs out. You guys can chat about whatever.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
You're
We're
welcome.
talking about the writer's strike.
Ain't my
Thanks
show.
for the permission.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, ChatGPT is running this ad on writing on Facebook on all the writing groups right now. ChatGPT has made the process of writing a best-selling book easy. Once the book is written, how to get it published. Yeah, basically, all you do is
you can use ChatGPT. What is it? PLYHT, which is like a AI voice text to voice, and then you can
load the app into your document word processor.
Yeah.
Describe the book you want with answering its questions, and it will write the book for you. And there's publishers waiting up, lined up, ready to take your documents.
Oh yeah. Then you get on Midjourney, make you a nice cover, and you're done.
Yeah.
David, you should get ChatGPT to write you a book.
I don't have the money I can't afford it. It's pay to play. It's pay to win.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Like how much does it cost?
No, ChatGPT's free, man.
No, not the book writing plugin.
Oh, okay. Well, what is the plugin for writing the book? What is the plugin?
It's called Designer.
Okay, I'll look into that. I'll see. Maybe we can write like 4 books in a weekend or whatever, and just make some money on the side that way.
Yeah.
I'll write like 4 true crime books, and like every
four books a weekend. What are you, Stephen King?
Oh God! I'll just have ChatGPT write 4 like true crime books.
Okay.
Make some cool covers and have some moms at Kroger's buy them. That's it.
Yeah, the cover actually costs more than the plugin. The average you could get a so-called Fiverr cover designer for about $79 to $150.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean that still ain't bad.
No, it's not bad. But you also got to remember how many there's 2 million books a year being published at the moment on Kindle.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah.
2 million.
Well, I mean, you just got to attract the right market. You got to get once again, you got to get like the women between like 25 and like 45. You get them, you're good to go. That's it. That's all you need.
Nick keeps keying in on these women that go to Kroger, apparently. So
no, and because they're the ones who are going to go to the book aisle or whatever, or see
straight to the romance section.
See the romance section above.
Nick's been hanging out at the romance section, hoping for some.
in chat, you got to.
I'm getting ideas myself, except I'm married, so I really can't do that.
Yeah, the thing is, do you look good in chaps in a cowboy hat?
Run away from the broom. Thwack happens.
Oh God, no. I don't. I'm looking at a cowboy hat. I like Mexican in a cowboy hat. It doesn't work that way for me. It's terrible.
Do they care?
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard dating out there right now, man.
You're a lot taller than most Mexicans, so I don't think I'd be safe.
No, you got that advantage.
Well,
that's true.
Well, Elon has no problem.
It's like he wouldn't watch the biggest Mexican I've ever seen.
Elon has lots of money. Hail Thud.
Yeah. That's what I said. He has no problem. He just throws a million at a woman and boom. Baby mama.
Oh yeah. I mean, him and like Elon and Nick Cannon are competing for how many kids they can have. I swear to God.
Oh my God! And I forgot all about.
Well, he's the officially richest man in the world, isn't he? So I mean, technically that makes him the most attractive man in the world too. So
I'm amazed he's still walking. I'm amazed he's still walking around.
I mean, he's probably having to swat women away with a.
Bernard Armont is now currently the richest man in the world since May 1st. He's the chairman of LVHM of France. He's worth $237 billion. He moved to number 1 spot after Elon Musk's fortune fell as due to the downgrading of Tesla stock thanks to Bill Gates and BlackRock.
Mm-hmm.
They sold his stock down to reduce his value, and then they bought his stock to increase the value. No market limit. Where's the regulators? Nowhere to be found.
Shit, man.
Direct market manipulation.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's look at what is that one site? Unusual Whales, where they track the stocks that our congressmen and women buy. It's wonderful, man. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Somebody should develop an AI, on that algorithm, like buy and sell what they buy and sell, and see how much money you make.
They did. It was called Robin Hood, and the app closed as soon as people found out what they're up to.
Oh God. Yeah, I did see a YouTube video where a guy did program an AI to buy stock from him, but he had a particular account and he had to have like $30,000 to start it. I was like, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can actually ask GP chat for stock tips. You can actually ask it a lot of questions. It'll give you answers if it's public information.
Yeah,
just what gives you insight.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to break open my 401k just to try that. So no thanks.
Yeah, no. Actually, I have an interesting question. How the fuck is Mariah Carey still walking around after birth of 12 kids? I think she's Wonder Woman. I think she's Wonder Woman in disguise.
Wait, she has 12 kids for real?
Did she have 12 kids? No, she has like.
Are they adopted? Maybe.
Adopted? Maybe.
Yeah. No. Yeah, but Nick Cannon's like banged other women to have like 11 kids. Yeah, Mariah Carey.
There's a Dutchman who's actually been forbidden to have children because he's now fathered over 500. Elon, you'll be on the game. You'll be on the game.
500?
560.
Yeah, because I think
560 kids.
Well, I remember hearing that story. Wasn't that the one where he was like constantly like donating to a sperm bank and like he was doing it under different names and different pseudonyms and things like that, so he could like basically all the kids and like wherever he was doing, like in Finland or whatever, looked like him. It was weird.
Yeah, there's a town in Northern Holland that's every kid is his. And
wasn't there a fertility doctor doing that too? Is like, I'm going to give you this sperm. It's actually just his sperm. It's like, here you go.
Yes,
I remember hearing about that.
That's like simultaneously the most horrible thing I've ever heard and the most brilliant because it's like,
it's like product fraud. He was saying it was a Nobel Prize winner. If he didn't say that, he would have been fine. He would have walked away. But he sold it as something it's not. Yeah.
Oh, it's wild. It's so wild.
Baby bacon. Who knew there was money in baby bacon? Come on, Ellen.
Well, I mean, there was
wasting millions in tissue.
Well, I mean, and there's always you always hear the thing about what is it like basketball players, like the team coach or one of the coaches will tell them, whenever you're on the road, like flush your condoms because you don't need problems, So
they have a team bag. They come around with a team bag. Throw them in.
Yeah. All them sperm donors are like,
I'm gonna come.
I'm gonna come.
Yeah. Because the thing happened to Drake where like some woman was trying to like put
holes in them.
But then he put like hot sauce in it or whatever, and it really fucked her up or something. It was weird.
Didn't he sue and lost?
I have no idea. I have no idea. Yeah, it was
one of them
crazy,
did.
man.
One of them did. Definitely. But the thing is, there's a YouTube channel called Landing a Whale, and it's about landing basketballers, teaching women how to land a basketball or another athlete. And these slots, they're paying out too, but they're making $1 million a year or something. Lining up ladies.
I mean, look at OnlyFans. Some of those girls are making between $10,000 and $1 million a week.
Yeah, but the suicide rate. Look at the suicide rate.
Not the ones I watch, Nick.
Yeah.
I like to help out the lower tier people.
Yeah,
such a humanitarian.
That free subscription and that $5 30-minute video. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. It's
what are you going to do for the
I
other?
may or may not be lying about that.
Hey man, I don't judge you. You do what you want with your money. All right.
No, but didn't OnlyFans try not to be OnlyFans, and they lost to something called
Fansly, yeah.
They lost,
they did that. I think like what is it? A couple years ago. That was like, and it was because they were getting pressure from the creditors from Visa, MasterCard.
Yeah,
because Visa, MasterCard doesn't want to. Yeah,
MasterCard particularly is signed up to ESG, but yeah, both of them were trying to squeeze OnlyFans like a pimple.
I mean, if they really wanted to, they could have just gone to fucking Bitcoin or Ethereum. They should have done that. That would have been a lot easier. But whatever.
Well,
yeah, they should have done that. You know, forget Visa, MasterCard. Just go with like, you know, an exchange like Coinbase or MetaMask, whatever, and just
isn't that what X Finance? Isn't that what Elon's doing with X Finance?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Yeah, X Finance. That'll be the next big Elon thing. But apparently, it's part of Twitter, so you can't buy stock because it's part of Twitter.
Yep.
So don't go out and rush and buy stock because it's Twitter. It's a private company.
Yeah, Twitter's privately owned. Elon can do whatever the hell he wants.
That's right.
What is it? He did a thing with he tweeted out for creators or something like that a couple weeks ago, where he's like, if you have a subscription service through, like if you have a blue check mark and you do subscriptions through Twitter, it's free for the first year, which means whatever you charge for the subscriptions you get, and then Twitter takes 10% after that first year from your sales.
Actually, they're offering it to. I've actually been offered without being a blue check mark. So, hey, I applied. See what happens.
Yeah, and it's
free. Then it's 10% after that. Yeah, but they don't.
Really
but it looks like they're going to give you a free blue check mark as well. So, all you have to do is qualify. So, if I qualify, I get a free blue check mark. I give them my ID, my banking details. Hey, Elon. What could go wrong?
I just like that he's competing with YouTube because I've heard that YouTube's viewership overall has gone down. So I mean, like people are going somewhere else.
Yeah, YouTube. It's down to 158 million, and 53 million of those are content creators.
Well, they're gouging the creators more. Now they take like 35% to 30% or whatever.
Yeah, they stole some of mine too. They stole some of my subscribers.
Twitch is failing,
but Rumble's not.
No, Rumble is not. Rumble is upswinging.
Yeah, well, I mean that's because you pushed a certain.
I'm gonna upload my next video to there. Wait till you see what I got. Wait till you see what I got edited right now. It's gonna be a banger.
I will. Yeah. Gotta get more people sub to my writing channel over at Rumble because I don't know what happened. I had 30 people, then I had 4. I don't know what happened. They didn't like the last guy I interviewed, apparently. I don't know why. Everybody else, people on YouTube liked him, but the Rumble crowd did not like the last guy I interviewed.
Uh-oh.
Well, I mean, when you push out a certain demographic to further your agenda on the internet, that other demographic is going to go and build something else that they want for themselves. So that's how you get Rumble.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I got I got 2 likes on Gabriel, but I don't understand because most of the people like him, but I just don't understand the Rumble crowd. I guess the Rumble crowd are more further right leaning, and he is a Hollywood screenwriter, so it might be political, not personal.
I don't know. Nick, is there a WCBS Rumble?
There isn't. I think once again, I'm speculating. I think Jeff is working on it. I don't know. I think he's trying to get some of the videos on it because I know he's been downloading them a lot and he has them on a hard drive. So I think he's just trying to figure out a way to upload them efficiently.
Cool.
This way we can get them on there. But no, we're trying a lot of new things. I think the Twitter thing is definitely a winner. I need to help him with that. We're still working. We're still trying to get the Discord up and running. So this way we can all get that going for subscribers and fans and things. Yeah.
Beware of Discord. Their server. If they don't like you, your server will slow right down.
Oh really? Jesus.
Yeah, they slow you down.
That's fun stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
but at least they're not banning you. They just slow down your server speed.
I fucking hate that, man. I wish you could literally. I don't know. I mean, I like the framework, but I wish you could literally like run an actual physical Discord server using that software like off of their stuff somewhere else.
That's what Kick is doing with Twitch. Their back end is just Twitch.
Okay, because it's like I would rather build like a fucking or have like an old laptop run the server stuff.
Well, that's what OpenAI is. Elon's OpenAI is just ChatGPT open source.
Yeah, because I mean, I like the open source stuff better, and I don't like these assholes having control over it, being like, oh, since you're too far right or you're kind of problematic, we're gonna slow your shit down. It's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I'm not personally that bothered because they're not going to like you anyway.
That's true.
So if they're banning you, it's like the people they attract are going to not like you anyway.
Yeah, I mean it's really dumb. I'm not a fan of this whole like censorship bullshit that's happening across everything.
Well, it's the gatekeeper mentality that's going on in a couple of states right now. It's just not California, but California is no longer the place to be.
Yeah.
No, they're losing. I think like 500,000 people a year now or something. They're all moving.
Yeah. As soon as COVID restrictions were over, they lost 1 million. Then it slowed down, but that's only because, like, it's the net loss. The net loss is 500,000 because what they do is they count all the illegals as a net gain.
Of course they do.
Because the 3/5 rule. The law they malign so much that you count 3/5. You're only worth 3/5 a person, apparently. Well, when it comes to counting congressmen, of course they're out there counting. Well, we got 5 illegals. That's 5 Americans for my representation. Give us another congressman.
Jeez. And the funny thing is that
they want this. Yeah.
Yeah, the funny thing is that those the people that are coming in across the border, if they give them papers and they're working in the California things like that, that's fine. But they're all going to turn conservative anyways, because that's the way it happens.
Mm-hmm. This is the problem. 100,000 enter, 75,000 leave, because as soon as they're making money, they're poorer than they were before because of all the taxes and the cost of living hits them.
Yeah.
While they're getting all this free stuff, they're happy to come in, happy to laze around and do nothing because it's all free. But as soon as they start paying taxes or crime starts soaring, they're gone because they've gone back to Mexico.
Yeah. Look at what is it? Oregon recently had a law that said that if somebody's homeless in front of your house and you try to get them out, that homeless person can sue you for $1,000.
Jeez.
Oregon?
Yeah, Oregon, dude. Oregon, the whole West Coast there is just going to complete shit. Yeah, Portland, Oregon, San Francisco, California, the whole place is going to complete shit. They have these ultra leftist Democrats, and they're doing everything to make sure that like the homeless people have more rights than the people living there.
Nazi fags.
There was some video. There was some video I saw of this naked guy just sitting in the middle of the road while some dad is taking his daughter to school, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? This shouldn't be how this is. There was even one where this homeless guy was taking a shit and smoking crack on like underneath the parking lot of this women's complex, and they tried to call the cops over. They had some other mental health person to come by and talk to him, and the woman talked to him and stuff like that, and she couldn't get him out. She's like, oh, he's homeless. He's doing crack. He can't really go anywhere because he doesn't have a job, so we're just gonna let him sit there. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
I mean,
not hurting anybody. Yeah, but that's the thing. He's behaving because you're around. He knows that look, half the mentally ill people are not mental. Just because somebody's mentally ill doesn't mean they are without faculties 24/7. They know what they're doing 90% of the time, and they know how to blame their mental illness for everything.
I'm kind of retarded.
Thank you.
Listen, we can decrease homeless population and feed hungry in America at the same time. I'm just saying. Okay, Soylent Green is a thing. Okay, Soylent Green is a thing.
Soylent Green is a thing.
Laszlo, Oregon here. Please don't judge us by Portland. We're redneck AF outside of this crappy city.
Well, isn't that why you're trying to cut Portland off with a chainsaw?
Yeah, I think half the state was trying to secede to Idaho or something, and like
yes, no, actually, I think it's what four out of 5 counties or 3 out of 4.
Yeah, it's a good portion.
Here you go, Soylent Green, Nick. It's in my office.
Love it, man. That's such a good movie.
In the year 2022. See, I put this up last year because it's a conversation piece. Of course, now we're past this apparently. So,
but the funny thing is, the funny thing is that in that movie, inflation was a thing because remember, like the strawberry jam was like $200 or something like that.
Yep,
that's close. I mean,
I guess some things are pretty damn close.
Yeah. Well, don't forget, don't forget 1984. It was actually 50 years after, and if you count it up, so 1984 was actually 1994. So we're past that.
Oh yeah, man. It's crazy. But yeah, I remember hearing that half of Oregon wants to, the majority of Oregon wants to secede to Idaho, and if everybody agrees and the
everybody's agreed. They need the other state to agree to take them in. They just can't.
Apparently, they want to. From what I hear, Idaho's fine with it.
Yeah, apparently they've got to do a convention of articles, but it hasn't happened yet. But they need a convention of articles. It has to go to Congress. Congress has to approve it, and the states have to do a survey and remark all the borders. It's like a long process. They're going to make sure everybody's respected, etc., and all this. Everybody's land is in the right state, and all the taxes, and understand what they're doing. And I think they made it a bureaucrat's wet dream or something.
We want Neo, Idaho. Unfortunately, I'm 1 county away from the proposed freedom zone.
Not for long.
Dang.
Hit your barrow, son. Hit your barrow and get them moving.
I'm only
freedom zone
2 to 4 hours from the border, so I'm good prepared.
Didn't Mark Wannenberg become an Arizonan?
Probably. But we'll see what happens.
We're talking about turning Arizona into the next Hollywood.
Did we lose Nick?
Yeah, here you go.
Sorry, I'm doing this on my phone. I got kicked out.
Oh, For being on your phone, you sound good.
Thank you. I try.
What kind of setup do you normally use when you're like on the podcast with WGA?
I have a Yeti Pro and some Sennheiser headphones. That's about it.
Okay. Now, is that a USB mic or?
Oh yeah, it's a USB mic. Yeah, I don't do the wired one with an amp because it's too much, and like I travel a lot and move around a lot, so I need something that's gonna can throw in my bag and just take with me.
Oh, that's cool. Cool.
Yeah, right now I'm on my AirPods and my phone, so they're working pretty well. So
yeah.
I have a piece of crap Samsung Chromebook and some piece of crap headphones. There you go. Sounds perfectly good.
That's more than
yeah. I really need to. I really need to upgrade and get like a PC because I'm running a laptop and my soundboard's overpowering my laptop. And a couple weeks ago, I had a few guys in with me, and because I've got a Rodecaster Pro, like the first gen, and I had two other mics hooked in, and while we were talking, like the audio was clipping real bad, and
they could feel the heat.
Yeah, dude, it was rough, man. It was real rough.
Dude, I've run a laptop for about 5 years now, And I like it. I mean, I was getting a gaming laptop so I can run everything, pretty well. But I'm getting to a point now where like I need a desktop for the power and the speed and everything else. So I might get I might build one, or I might go get a pre-built, or get one that's like 3/4 of the way there and just add things to it or something like that. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Building your own laptop. Look at you.
Well,
how far you've come.
Yeah. Oh no. I built my first computer I think in 2004, and I've been repairing and doing stuff with laptops and computers ever since, like replacing screens, replacing hard drives, motherboards, keyboards, everything. So
that's cool.
Yeah, I was trained by the best at ITT Technical Institute. It was the best money could buy.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't asked Nick. What's he think of the new Twitter CEO?
I just knew it was a woman who. That's it. I just know it's a woman, and she used to work at CBS, something like that. So I'm like, okay, cool. I mean,
somebody sent him a picture that you put in the private chat.
Yeah, dude, I'm about to blow it up because I seen it and was just like, whoa.
Is this the one with her boobs hanging out? Yeah, there you go. That was on Twitter a couple days ago.
Oh my.
Yeah.
I wonder why Elon hired her.
Yeah, and I mean, like, from him dealing with Twitter, I think he's kind of just tired of being in the news every fucking day and just dealing with it, and people being like, "Oh, he did another shitty thing with Twitter." So I think he's just kind of like really tired of that.
Well,
and also and also the Starship thing or whatever is like on the verge of actually going to space. So he wants to see that actually go to space.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I said earlier. China swapped him. Yesterday China battered him over the head, saying they beat him to electric-powered plasma engines, which he's disputing because doesn't look powerful enough to generate enough heat to cause plasmarization. Only we know the Russians cheated.
And because China has a long history of lying about everything.
That's very true.
Yes. So he doesn't think, but he is blaming the US government for holding him back. They keep adding more and more regulations, pushing back his moon landings. And basically,
if we don't get a base up there, we're never going to get these moon maidens that I keep hearing about.
These moon maidens.
No, you just seen it. Yes, but apparently they're Nazis. So.
Oh God. Yeah. Well, there was a movie about Nazis on the moon. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, that's right.
Iron Sky.
Yes.
Iron Sky. Thank you. Yeah, that was a wild movie. So wild. I loved it.
See, Adolf, if you led with those ladies, you wouldn't have lost the war. Most of the American males would have got on the ships and crossed the sea for those maidens.
Yeah, that's true. It's very true.
Watch us get like into space and like go up there and we turn around and look and see that the Earth is actually flat.
Right. Like, well, shit.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's a cube.
It can be flat because cats would have knocked everything off of it by now. That's why it's got to be round.
Very, very true. But no, and also like the Twitter CEO thing. Like, I'm sure he's been vetting somebody until now, and he's found somebody that aligns with the whole company's culture. So he's like, yeah, she's fine, whatever, cool, great. You take over Twitter.
Yeah, because he needs to implement X technology, which he kept. He didn't sell that to PayPal. He's been keeping it under wraps for all this time. Digital finance or whatever it is. So he's got that. He's got the plasma drive. He's got the moon base. So he can't sit there forever in Twitter and tweet all day.
Yeah, exactly.
He's actually got work to do.
Yeah. And I know. Once again, when you're dealing with NASA and their bullshit, you're dealing with the government entity. You have to go through the bureaucracy of like whenever you make a fucking change, like they have to just go through 20 people for it to like be approved.
Isn't NASA right now? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Nick.
Oh no. What were we saying?
I say, isn't NASA now doing this Artemis program where their main goal is to get an African American woman on the moon? Isn't that?
No. It's an African American guy and a woman on the moon.
Oh,
no, you're right. You're right. Yes. You're correct. That's the whole.
So they're gonna make their own moon maidens up there with an African American couple then.
Yeah, basically. And it's weird that like it's. I mean, like once again, diversity done naturally is fine. It's great, but when you're forcing it, especially with something like that, it's like you're trying too fucking hard.
We need moon equity now, Nick. We need it
now. And like that's the thing is like the moon thing is weird to me because it started when China put in like we're getting probes up there to bring dirt back, and I was like, why are they doing this? And then all of a sudden you had Trump sign in some treaty about like bringing materials back, like basically it was for space mining is what the treaty sounded like, and I was like, this is weird. Why is this a thing all of a sudden? And it was
there's a isotope of hydrogen and helium found on the moon that isn't found on Earth in great quantities, and the helium is vital to fusion reactors, whereas the hydrogen will power the plasma drives that will take the shuttles backwards and forwards.
That's part of the plot of the movie Moon with Sam Rockwell, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it is, and it's
highly underrated movie.
Yeah. Oh no, love it. I have it on Blu-ray. I watch it all the time.
I love that movie.
I love space shit, man.
He's so good in
that. His whole thing.
He's always good.
Oh yeah.
The ending is awesome.
Oh yeah, the ending is great. But yeah, and then like I remember like helium or hydrogen 3. I remember that being a thing that people kept saying about, and then I remember like there was some video that popped up on my YouTube channel that was like, oh, China's tried it with whatever dirt they had from the moon, and apparently it worked in their reactor they had, and I was like, oh, this is weird. So we're trying to get to.
Don't we have like 100 times more than that from all those 12 Apollo missions or whatever? However many went up there. Or
there's only 3 intact rocks left. There's only 3 intact rocks left. They've used them up in experiments.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I think what's going to happen is you're going to see a manufacturing facility on the moon through NASA because they wanted the Lunar Gateway, which is getting a ship to go from the moon to the Lunar Gateway and then Lunar Gateway to back to Earth. So they want to transport stuff.
And the only thing that will do it is a plasma rocket. Everything else doesn't have enough fuel to break gravity. They can break orbit, but they can't break gravity.
Yeah, so that was my theory. They're going to use that to obviously power things on Earth and maybe have more. I mean, you even have DARPA doing nuclear rocket tests at some point in space, but that's going to be interesting.
The nuclear rocket has actually been the treaty banning that has actually expired, and Russia didn't renew because Russia is actually using nuclear rockets, but they haven't launched any other than a couple of test models. They know it works, where they use the plutonium rods to create enough plasma to create thrust.
Yeah.
Because it's 100 times more. They get 100 times the efficiency they do from peroxide.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy.
But the problem is they can't use peroxide. They have to use raw hydrogen. And anything goes wrong, there goes your whole base.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
You think watching Elon Musk's rocket blow up now is a problem? Wait until you see a hydrogen.
I didn't know that the director was David Bowie's son. That's interesting. I did not know that. Great movie.
Oh, great movie. Thanks,
Moon?
Laszlo. Moon, yeah, Moon.
That's what Laszlo in the chat just said.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, holy crap. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, Moon is highly underrated. Very once again, if you're into the sci-fi stuff, go check it out. A lot of fun. Very, very slow burn, but really good ending.
But the premise behind it all is so spot on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where that would make sense for them to leave to have that kind of thing happen, where either it's a clone or some sort of
right,
Android.
Smart android or whatever.
And I love how Kevin Spacey is the computer who, unlike HAL 9000, is actually helpful to him. So it's without spoiling the plot, if you haven't seen it, it's really, I really love that part.
It's a good movie.
Is this 2009?
I think so.
Yeah, it was 2023.
Yeah.
Have you had a stroke, Brian? Did you lose 14 years?
Brian, do you smell toast?
Yes. Moon movie. There's 2009. It's the 2009 version. There is there's one in 2022, but it's called Moonfall.
No, that one was terrible. That one.
Yeah, that was terrible.
I've seen that one.
Because usually I
got offended and left.
Oh, Brian, come back.
Oh, jeez. Well, usually I like Roman Emmerich or whatever his name was, who did Independence Day. He does those big, crazy disaster movies, and he's done a couple of good ones. And then he did Moonfall, and I was like, oh, Moonfall, it should be fun. That was the most disjointed.
Oh, I know the movie you're talking about. That looked horrible. The trailer looked bad.
Yeah, the moon's coming into the earth.
Is that where the entire moon is hollow and it blows up, or something?
Yep,
okay, yeah, that looked pretty bad.
Yeah.
I switched browsers this time and see if it stays.
Aha.
Oh, hey, what's up, Late?
All right. See, another
Late,
good movie.
You should only be using the Brave browser, man. Come on, you know better.
Yes. Another movie that had a great premise that started good but failed after the first hour was Ad Astra.
Yes,
I haven't seen that either.
Failed after the first hour.
There were two really good scenes in that movie. One is when he's on the moon on a moon buggy. He has to go from one base to the other, basically drive across the moon. And there are moon pirates. They basically
pirates.
I shit you not. He's driving really fast across the moon, and they come up behind him in a moon buggy right next to him and start shooting at him. So it's basically a shootout in space on the moon while they're doing a Fast and Furious thing.
So it's kind of like The Adventures of Pluto Nash, is what you're saying.
But it would have been a better movie. Telling us how Americans put all these people up there and then lost control of their own moon base and the Space Marines turning against them. That would have been a much better movie.
That's true. And there's another scene where he's traveling really far to go see some spacecraft that's expecting Earth's gravity or something. His dad or whatever. And on the way there, he sees another spaceship that's the Swedish one or whatever, and they haven't been in contact. And he gets on it, and he sees that they were doing experiments with baboons in space, and the baboons literally went ape shit.
Right.
And one of them,
what else would they do?
You see a scene where this baboon's in front of this guy's face. And then you realize he's eating his face, and
oh jeez,
Brad Pitt has to close the door real quickly, and then the baboon's all bloody.
What movie is this again? Ad
Astra. It's got three great movie premises in it that they should have explored as separate movies.
Another good one is Europa Report. That one is a kind of an independent one, but that one's a good one. It's basically a mission going to Europa, the ice moon, and they're trying to, because they're getting signals from it, and they're trying to find what the signals are and stuff. So it's very cool.
Yeah, they should have done. They should have another one. They should have done follow up to Moon instead of doing Moonfall. They should have funded the Judge Dredd sequel, Moon City.
Yeah, that'd have been cool.
Funding Moonfall, they should have done Judge Dredd Moon City. That would have been a better movie to fund.
Cara Urban as Dredd on the moon. Shit, take my money.
That would be awesome.
Take all of the money. Yeah, Judge Dredd Troy, $400 cheap. Here's my $800. Give me two.
I would. That would have been, especially him on a fucking hover cycle or a rocket hover cycle on the moon. Yeah,
no, he's rocket. Money. Yeah, he's rocket bike. Yeah.
Yeah, rocket bike. Yeah, just fucking take my money, dude. That's
slamming right into the moon prison gate.
That'd be great. Yeah, that'd be great.
That's the only trailer you need. Sold all the tickets.
Yeah. Be awesome.
But for some reason, they don't want sci-fi to succeed, and they don't, and the producers didn't want to rock the boat. And then so Carl Urban signed up for Trek, and halfway through that, he was asked to do The Boys, and he looked around and said, "Yep, this shit show's not going to last." He was right. He was right, wasn't he?
Oh yeah.
He was right.
Oh, yeah. I'm still waiting for them to let Tarantino do a Trek movie. I want that.
That's the only Trek movie I want to see, because every other one I've heard about sounds like shit.
Yeah, right.
I want. You're right. Just let Tarantino a Trek movie, and let's see what happens.
It cannot be any worse than what we've had for the last several years. That's for
It'll
sure.
all be beautiful. It'll be all shot on 70mm film. It'll look wonderful.
There you go.
It'll be wild as hell. It'll be really long and very fun. So I'm okay with that.
Buckets of blood.
Yeah,
I know it's not really his
feet.
10th.
Somehow there's going to be some bare feet in there. I don't know how, but he'll get it in there.
As the moon goddess.
There you go. It all comes back to Moon Maidens, I'm telling you.
See,
yeah, that's fine.
Tarantino has written, directed, and financed 9 movies. He hasn't done 10 movies. He's done way more than that. But written and directed, this is his 10th, and he said it's going to be his last.
Why would he say that, though?
Well, that's always been his thing.
Like,
I'm going to do 10 movies. Ago. Yeah, he's like, I'm going to do 10 movies and I'm going to leave. It's like, whatever, buddy. Shut up.
He told Playboy in 2012 he was going to do 10 movies and quit. Yeah. Write and direct. So counted them down. But he didn't expect to get Oscars and a lot of money. He was actually thought his career was winding down, not winding up. I guess he underestimated how much he made from Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
But
Pulp
the
Fiction.
Pulp Fiction. Called? That's the last movie.
Yeah, Pulp Fiction. Yeah, Pulp Fiction and Glorious Bastards. Jackie Brown.
Jackie Brown didn't make that much money, but the popularity.
Jackie Brown's my favorite one, I think.
Jackie Brown's a good one. That's a really good one. Yep.
Pulp Fiction and Django Unchained made him huge. Money.
We need Pam Grier. We need Pam Grier back in Horror Hound. That's all we need.
Oh yeah, we need Pam Grier anywhere we can get her.
Oh god, I should tweet Horror Hound and Pam Grier on the WCB Twitter. Like, we need you.
See what happens.
Pam, we need you in Horror Hound.
What has she been there before?
She should have made her Cleopatra.
She was there when I did one. I think in like 2012 or something. I think or 2011, like real far back.
Been a while then.
She did sign my friend's Jackie Brown poster though.
Yeah. Oh. Why would she want to do Cleopatra? She'd have to wear Jaden Smith's wig. I mean, creepy.
Oh, God. Yeah. The whole Cleopatra controversy is crazy. It's so dumb.
Well, Egypt's suing. Egypt is suing.
Hey, a whole country is suing Netflix. I love it.
The Egyptian Cultural Ministry, yes, is suing
Egyptian Cultural Ministry.
Good for them.
Right?
Yeah.
When they
Denmark
I'll tell you what they can be. It's when you take that name away because when they can figure out how they made the fucking pyramids, then they could call themselves the Egyptian Ministry or whatever.
Well,
Jesus.
it
was all done with levers and pulleys, Nick.
There you go. Levers and pulleys.
Ball bearings. It's all ball bearings.
And cheap labor.
They actually pointed out the Nubians were slaves. They had the only job they had in the royal household was washing dicks, and used as target practice for archers. So your contribution to the Egyptian society wasn't very.
There were some black Egyptian royalty, but not during the time of Cleopatra. It was much earlier than
Ptolemies were ruling the country.
No,
they were killing Nubians.
It's very well documented that she was not black. I mean, why? But they wanted Cleopatra because that's got the name value.
They described in the Roman Chronicles she was alabaster.
She's probably most
she's whiter than most Europeans.
Most accurately depicted in the series Rome, which I highly recommend.
Okay.
But if have you seen that in the Nick?
No, I've not.
Oh, you gotta see that. It's only 2 seasons.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
It's only like 20, less than 20 episodes, I think. So there's only like 8 to 10 episodes a season. They pack a lot in there.
That's good.
Cleopatra is one of the main characters.
A few artistic licenses there.
Well, yeah, I mean it's not completely historically accurate, but it's pretty darn accurate.
I want to know what happened to Polly Walker between the seasons, though. It's like she gained 80 pounds.
Which one? Oh, her. Okay, yeah. Well, she ate a lot of grapes or whatever. Who knows?
And
she went to Lizzo's fitness club.
I don't know.
Oh,
she's naked a lot in the first season, not so much in the second.
Why?
You're focusing in on that one thing out of that entire series.
You know what? You know what, Brian? If it were now, it would be the opposite now. She wouldn't be naked first. She would be naked the second one a lot because she got bigger. That body positivity.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, should be front and center, played by Lizzo.
Oh God.
Queefing is not allowed on the set.
Oh gosh.
No, the main I can't recommend it highly enough. The main thrust of the series is you got these two guys, Titus Pullo and Varanus, and they're Varanus, and they're both
at it.
They're Roman. They're real life Roman legionnaires. They're mentioned in Julius Caesar's dialogues, but they
only one.
Julius was like, "These niggas are gay."
They're not gay.
I'm just playing with
there are gay people in the show, but I mean, no, they have a bromance, but I mean that's about it.
That doesn't sound bad. Like 2 seasons, 20 episodes. Yeah,
it's really good. I mean, you really root for these guys. They're always getting out of these impossible situations. At one point, one of them is like sentenced to death, and a bunch of gladiators are trying to kill him, and he fights them all off, and then you're wondering if his friend's going to help him or not, because at that point he's kind of on the outs with his friend, and he's like, it's a big. So, by the end of it, you're like almost cheering on your feet. It's really
okay. What Legion they were in too? No, it was good. Yeah, it wasn't an HBO.
The Civil War was between the first.
Yes, it was on HBO. It was before. Right before Game of Thrones. It was before Game of Thrones, but it was, in my opinion, a lot better than Game of Thrones. And it only lasted 2 seasons. It should have lasted 5 or more seasons. They had to cram the last 4 seasons into 1 season because they knew they were going to end it. It was too expensive. But
yeah, I saw a lot of the behind the scenes with that too, and they built some pretty. They built sets like they were doing a movie.
Written by John Milius, the great John Milius, who I was talking about the movie Big Wednesday earlier. He's the guy that wrote the scene in Jaws where he's talking about the USS Indianapolis sinking and the people. John Milius wrote most of that.
Okay. Yeah,
great writer, great director.
If it's a series like that and it's pre-COVID or pre-2016, I'll check it out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 2005 to 2007.
I got it last Christmas as a birthday gift around Christmas time, and I watched it like all the way through, and it was just. I want to watch it again soon. It was that good.
That's awesome. Yeah, I will definitely check it out. I'll put it on the list. Put it on the list.
Yeah. I think I got. It's still available on Netflix too.
Mm-hmm.
The DVDs. Yeah.
You can get the Blu-ray. You can get like a Spanish Blu-ray that's all region. That's fairly cheap. Is how I think I got it.
Yeah. Laszlo's right. It was called the Dark Ages. It was actually the Nubians who collapsed Egypt that allowed the Ptolemies to take over.
Right.
They bought out the pharaoh because of all the debts.
They bought out the pharaoh.
Yeah, they bought the pharaoh.
Right.
Yeah, they bought the pharaoh. Yeah,
Pharaoh, you owe $30 trillion. How are you gonna do this? Well, take the pyramids. I don't give a shit. It's fine.
I don't know that much about Egyptology. I know that's correct, and I do. He might have won a Grammy. It was buried in his jammies. So.
But also,
no one gets that one. But never mind. Nick apparently gets that.
The royal line was dying off. He had no choice. He was young, inexperienced. The family was in debt or dead. The Nubians were running riot throughout the nation. He needed an army, and with Alexander gone, they needed an army quick.
Right. But yeah, in the Netflix thing, she's like a warrior queen, which Cleopatra never was.
No,
she's like kicking people's ass. I mean, she got to where she was by using men, by getting into the good graces of a couple men, but
yeah, getting Mark Anthony and
which they really go into on Rome, but
yeah,
exactly.
And when they cross swords,
resurrect the Pharaoh so many years later, it's like, hi Pharaoh, yeah, you owe us $30 trillion.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't die. You still got 30 to go on repayments.
Is China up and running it? Can we
like that scene from CB4?
Actually,
okay, we'll sell all of our debts to Pompeii.
Hey, no,
don't say. What's going on?
Well, you got to squirt this cup because it's worth $5,000 because you're royalty.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, actually, imagine if Cleopatra was still alive and they were doing this, and they go and pull this stunt. She walks into the director's office like, "Hi, I'm the real Cleopatra. Nice to meet you. Please fire the actress and cast me instead. Or the next time, or I'm gonna put a curse on you for every time you unzip your pants to go to the bathroom, a viper attacks you."
You know those.
That would suck.
You know those cosplay uniform. You know those cosplay uniforms where they got the double cut down. You know, with the tiny cover over the front. That was real with Cleopatra. That's where it comes from. The low cut was invented by Cleopatra.
Thousands of years ago. God bless you.
Was the thought. She was OnlyFans before there was OnlyFans.
She was the first Twitch thought, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Well, here's the difference. She was getting gold as opposed to Visa transactions. There's a difference.
Right. There you go.
But she also had 12 bodyguards with crocodiles. So if you, if you wanted to touch, you better be rich.
And the Visa transaction is literally between her boobs and it's shaped like a penis. So start paying.
But Mark Anthony originally did, and then she decided that she wanted two for one.
Well, of course, she had the biggest fucking credit card on the planet for that chick.
And Caesar wasn't willing to cross swords with Mark Anthony.
Because he realized how small he was.
No, well, Mark Anthony was a general subordinate to Brutus, but didn't know that Brutus was urging Mark Anthony on all the time. Everybody kept saying, Brutus is behind everything. And Caesar says, no, it's Mark Anthony getting up a tea. I'll just take him out and everything will be fine. No, Brutus wanted to be the one to conquer Egypt, but he was too old, too fat, and Cleopatra wouldn't have anything to do with him.
Mm-hmm.
That was the whole thing that caused the fall of Rome.
Well, do you guys want to go off the air and just chit-chat amongst ourselves?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., Coffee and Gaming. We'll kick off with some more Call of Duty. I think I'm done with Cyberpunk because that game's broken. So yeah.
After seeing some of the gameplay, I wholeheartedly agree.
Oh, dude, it's straight blue screened multiple times with us. So I rage quit and started putting Call of Duty just to play something else. So anyway, we'll check that out tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Right here on the men's room. Buy David's book. Check out all of our channels. Links will be down below. I'll add Nick's WCBS.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So late.
I miss your old channel, Nick, that you used to do reviews on, but
oh God,
I enjoyed it.
Wait, was that the reels with two?
Yeah, let's not get into that. But
okay.
I don't know. I'll tell you what. We go off. I'll give you the story about that.
Okay.
All right, here we go. We're going off the air.
Get ready for a new blast.
Sorry, Nick.
Yeah, ear blast.
Goodbye! Bye-bye.
Good day, sir.
Later, dudes.
Good night, Jim Bob.
Hell, I got to go.
Peace out.